Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, agents. I am Matty Carl, and welcome to a division video right here, and we are going to go ahead and talk about Marksman Rifles because I started getting questions on Twitter about what weapon is actually the best one to use right now, and I gotta say, there actually isn't one. In my opinion, the Covert SRS is where it's at, but there really isn't a weapon, an M1A, a Marksman Rifle, that is the top of the heap. There are many different ones, and they all kind of have their perks and their differences right now, but I'm going to show you my M1A. But the one thing that I want to tell you is that you need to ignore DPS right now, because if you're looking at it, you see my secondary DPS is somewhere around 285,000, and my regular DPS is somewhere around 109,000 or 161,000. But the problem is that the DPS calculations are real screwed up right now, and Skill Up has a video on it, and it's actually a really great video, and they didn't fix it from then to now. And as you can see, my rifle is definitely firing at a, it's not 287,000 DPS or whatever it is. But what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and go through a couple of the Marksman Rifles that I have, a Covert SRS and a Scar H, just to give you an idea as to which one might welcome you to whatever playstyle that you are. And as you notice, there's 109,000 DPS on my SRS rifle, and when I fire it, you will notice one thing, and that is it is nowhere near 109,000 DPS. It's probably at somewhere around 200 to 210 to 230, maybe even 250, somewhere around there. But it's definitely not 109,000, and even modified, it doesn't. You can't get up to 100 or the 200,000 range with this Covert SRS. So there's a lot of issues going on with DPS calculations. But really, what you want to do is go down to the shooting range, which I am doing right now, and fire off a few shots and get an idea as to what the actual DPS is. You basically fire depending on the weapon that you have. Like if it's a Marksman rifle, you can probably fire off 2 or 3 rounds in a second for your M1A, and you fire off maybe 2 with the Marksman rifle with the Covert SRS, and the military Scar H you can probably get off about 2 or 3, and that's really what your DPS is going to be, because it's damage per second. So if you're basically looking at that and you're going 1,000, and I'm firing off 2 shots, you're looking at somewhere around 280,000, at least for the Scar H. And these are unmodified weapons. These are not modified in any way. And if you notice, my M1A is actually shooting at a less accurate DPS than my Scar H, which is unmodified. But we're going to go ahead and modify the Scar H and see what it brings it up to. And it, in all honesty, you're looking at the DPS and how much it actually increases based on what I'm putting on. Like 300,000 DPS, this rifle is not a 300,000 DPS rifle. You'll see that it says 268 base DPS, and it is not 268 base DPS, especially with the M1A being 161. The DPS calculations are just so out of whack right now, and they need to fix those. Those are probably the one thing that I would say need to be fixed immediately, and because there's no way to really calculate the DPS, and DPS needs to be calculated by your base shot. And basically, I would suggest going down to the shooting range and actually having something where you pop off a couple shots and it tells you based on how much you're shooting for, it gives you a DPS calculation. That would be the ideal way to actually get an accurate counting of your DPS, and that's what they should do, is add in something down there that tells you based on how many shots you shot what your DPS is, whether it's 2 headshots, whether it's 2 body shots. And if you notice, I'm shooting for the head, which gives me the bonus, and if I was just shooting for the body, there's no way that the calculations for the Covert SRS, the calculations for that would probably be very similar, but it's probably hitting somewhere around 100,000, 109,000 for a body shot. But if the DPS is based on the body shots, then that's kind of strange too. So we're gonna go ahead and fire this Scar H, and you're gonna see that it's roughly a little bit better than what it was shooting before unmodified. And that's really, it's basically basically like a 5,000 DPS boost for that, and that's not a whole lot, which makes me think that they've definitely done something with the mods to decrease the amount of damage output that you're getting with these. And I know that prior to this it was probably like a 10,000 boost, and now it's only like 5,000. So when you're doing this, you got to understand that the DPS is going to be wrong, and this is just what you're doing. So I mean, 268,000 and the Covert S is 109,000, and they're drastically different headshot damages and stuff like that. So I don't know, maybe the Scar H is being calculated by DPS off of the headshot, and the Covert SRS is being calculated off the body shot, but I'm not 100% certain. So we're gonna go ahead, I'm gonna modify the Covert SRS, and we're gonna go ahead and get out of here while we're shooting that. Thank you so much for watching. I hope this helped you to decide what one is going to be better for you, what marksman rifle is going to be better for you. I would actually go with a bolt action like the Covert SRS or the M44. I don't have one right now, but if I did, I'd be showing it to you in this video, and maybe I'll do a follow-up with the SVD and the M11 or M44 just to show you what it is. But thank you so much for watching. If you found this video helpful, please drop a like on this video, drop a like if you think they need to fix the DPS, and subscribe to our channel for more content like this in the future. Thank you so much for watching. For all of us here at the Division Let's Talks and helpful videos, I am Mountie Curl, and we'll see you in the next video. Mountie out.